Hey there, star friends. This is Francesca from Consciousful Tarot. Thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and click on the subscribe button to stay updated for new videos. If you guys don't know me by now, I'm a spiritual advisor. I'm also a clairsentient tarot reader and a level 2 Reiki master. So today's video is actually a requested video. I'm doing it mainly for most of my clients that just need clarity as well to know what journey they're on. Today's video is going to be about the difference between a twin flame journey, explaining the twin flame journey, the difference between a twin flame, soulmate, and karmic journey. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and get it started. So I'm going to go ahead and first elaborate about the twin flame connection. So the twin flame is someone who shares the same core frequency as you. It comes from their oversoul, which is the expression of the person's energy field, which is above the higher self, above the aura. The oversoul, what it does is that it separates itself into many clusters, hence creating your soul family, your soulmates and your karmics, etc. It does this because the soul wants to immerse itself in multiple expressions of itself in order to learn. So now I'm going to go ahead and first elaborate about the mythology and the history of the term and the label twin flame. So it was first coined in the Bible, actually, in the New Testament, as there were over 144,000 men that were meant to preach the gospel during the tribulation period. It was also mentioned in the Greek mythology where the twins were actually androgynous, making them both female and male. However, they were such a powerful source of energy for God, and God needed to keep them around in order for human awakening, that Zeus didn't want that, so he wanted to get rid of them, and he split the twins into two halves, hence creating 144,000 slaves. But what happened is that they got so sad and there was so much agony between them that they started committing suicide through starvation due to being apart. So the god Apollo used his healing abilities to weave them back together to help God and the awakening of humanity. Now, a twin flame has the same exact soul signature. Sometimes this paradigm can make people feel that they need their twin in order to feel complete, but honestly, it's the opposite. The souls are so rich in lifetime and past life developments that they come here divided in order to be more of service of its own essence and the world and universe at large. The purpose is ascension-based to raise the collective consciousness of the planet by serving one's unique service to humanity, including social reform, breaking social standards, helping God and the divine in the revolution of humanity. And it's also meant to break lifetimes of karmic cycles in their personal healing journey. Because the soul shares the exact signature, the recognition and the spiritual acceleration can be profound and even overwhelming as you're meeting your own essence of your own godhood in the reflection of the other. However, this is why the connection is often tumultuous in its nature at first, at least, because the other is mirroring the deepest form of being. And the mirroring can attract cycles of attracting and repelling one another, hence running and chasing, which can also be found in soulmate connections, but it's different because the twin flame connection brings up all your insecurities, all your traumas, all your unresolved wounds of the past to the surface, which makes the connection volatile and sometimes unpredictable. And the reason why is because you're not dealing with a typical soulmate, which you may have emotional past life baggage with. You're dealing with your projections of abandonment from light. So that's why there's a lot of triggering in the journey, as each are healing the denied, abandoned, and forgotten parts of self through the mirror of what the other is bringing up in them. So a sign or another sign that it is your twin flame or you are a twin flame is the undeniable synchronizations that you may get. You can have telepathy with many people, but the telepathy between a twin flame is amplified because it feels omnipresent to the point where it surpasses the mental, the emotional, and the physical body, to the point where you can literally feel your twin's emotions and thoughts as your own, which enhances one's intuitive abilities, which makes it unique. And another sign that it is your twin flame is that you have a weird magnetic attraction to them. So you may not even be like that emotionally attracted to them or even physically attracted to them. You're mainly magnetically attracted to them, and it's because the magnetic attraction actually activates your 7 chakras, hence connecting you to divine, to source, creating a kundalini experience every time you're together. Now, the difference between soulmates, twin flames, and karmics is that in a twin flame connection, there is always a romantic attraction that's unexplainable in the twin flame connection. The fact that there is a magnetic attraction, there will always be romantic attraction. In the karmic and the soulmate connection, you will find that there's a lot of physical attraction, there's a lot of emotional attraction, and there can be romantic attraction, of course, but sometimes it could also be platonic. Twin flames reflect each other's discord that reflects whatever is out of alignment with their true self before they can reflect each other's harmony. So the twin flames have to go through a series of discord, reflecting each other's discord in order to align themselves with their higher self, so then they can reflect each other's harmony. So the twin flame connection eventually becomes harmonious. However, the soulmate connection typically reflects one's harmony. So anyone you feel a deep bond with, like usually, it's like a stable connection to the point where there's not that much triggers being emerged. You feel like you resonate with them, you're on the same wavelength as them. That's a soulmate. Each soulmate is meant to assist you in your personal evolution and growth, and share a form of love. This can often be romantic partners, friends, family, strangers, and these connections give us a sense of fulfillment and belonging. Soulmates connections obviously still include conflicts such as, codependency, triggers, challenges, needing to focus on inner child wounds. However, their purpose is not in serving human evolution, nor is it a major soul ascension connection, unlike the twin flame journey. Now, the karmic connection and the karmic relationship will lead you super and further away from your life purpose. In fact, the karmic will repel you from your life purpose unconsciously by hindering your spiritual growth and your personal growth. And the karmic connection can often be controlling, addictive. It comes with a lot of codependency. The way that you could also confirm that it's karmic, it's because they're never genuinely happy for your growth. Like they can't, because there's too many shadow aspects that are in between the way for them to genuinely be happy for your growth. A karmic partner typically tries to get you off your life path. So let's say you're studying to become a doctor, they'll try to convince you not to. Let's say you're a Christian, they'll try to convert you. That's how you know it's a karmic. The highs and lows are very intense as well. And sometimes it can just be sexually bonded. Whereas the twin flame is meant to catalyze a person's expansion towards its life purpose, spiritual growth, embodying one's higher self for the enhancement in humanity's collective consciousness. Now, I'm going to explain to you why not everyone is a twin flame, but I'll get to that in a few. The way you can easily also identify a karmic from a twin flame is that the karmic, like I said, is never genuinely happy for your growth. They never show genuine support, because there's too many shadow aspects that play a role, and the lack of transformative support is surface level if you pay attention to them. There's no transmutation in a karmic bond. Unfortunately, they teach us hard lessons to tie up loose ends, but can never work out, as they serve as a catalyst in a backhanded way that represent unhealthy patterns, unhealthy behaviors within the self that need to be addressed to break that karmic loop of infinite once and for all. So if you can heal a connection, a karmic connection in this lifetime, you don't have to constantly repeat it in the next and the next. So Now I'm going to go to the 8 stages of the twin flame connection. So first you have the yearning prior to the meeting. So before meeting your twin flame, you'll either have like foreshadowed dreams about them. You'll either be like very discontent with your dating life, or realize that you haven't yet met the one, or you're seeking to find the one. Then you actually meet them. That's the second stage. The meeting is magnetic. It's very profound. The third stage is the honeymoon phase. You're in bliss. You're in heaven on earth. Stage number 4 is the challenges emerge. The mirroring begins. Stage number 5, the test. Stage number 6, the chase, the running, the repelling, the denying. Stage number 7, the surrender, aka ascension. And last but not least, stage number 8, coming home back to self, coming home to the twin. So the journey, when it comes to the twin flame journey, it feels like you're kind of like ready to release the ego, like your pride, the way you identify yourself to the world. The twin flames are kind of like put together to go through a crash course, right? A school of forgiveness, gratitude, but most of all, self-acceptance. The journey can kind of be summed up to one spiritual awakening after another and after another, as it's meant to catalyze each twin into ascension process. Now, like I said, not all connections, like the soulmate connection and the karmic connection, is meant for ascension. It's just meant for personal evolution and growth. The difference between soulmates and twins is that there's a lot of harmony in a soulmate connection right away, and basic needs are met. And most of all, the soulmate connection is not unconventional. The connection serves in personal growth rather than spiritual ascension, and it does not serve a purpose in the enhancement of humanity's consciousness, hence playing a small role in human awakening. Twin flames share the tumultuous nature of the karmic partner, but they also share the intense passion of a soulmate connection, but is a completely different dynamic. And I can't explain this enough, because it's very important that you guys understand the difference, that a twin flame connection shouldn't be idolized, because it's a different dynamic. Now, you can use each of these connections, the soulmate, the twin flame connection, and the karmic connection, to deepen your healing journey, or you can use it to repel. Free will plays a role, but it's important to be mindful to use any of these connections to heal within, to assist your personal healing and growth, as you choose. I'm going to give another important signs or significant signs that you are a twin flame, or you are on the twin flame journey. And okay, so the first sign is that it's typically an unconventional relationship. So it's an unusual relationship. There's a lot of differences, sometimes in race. There can be an age gap. There can be a difference in religion. But yet there's similar culture. Sometimes they can be from the same country or the same ethnicity. There's also similar childhood stories or wounds. Another sign is that you feel like you're meeting yourself and you have insane similarities and interests. Another sign is that you actually do look like your twin, like facial features, hair, body type. There's just a lot of physical similarities. You'll both be also more interested in spending time alone or together, but there's a desire to grow, to become better. There's a desire to also become more creative, and there's a desire to be more interested in spirituality or metaphysics, rather than a typical connection that's more wanting to be socialized or into trivia or traditional relationships. Another sign is that you can have foreshadowed dreams of meeting them. Another sign is that you have similar life purpose or careers. Another sign is that you become heavily involved in self-development. You also have a tendency to run or deny the relationship. Another sign is that you'll realize it's going to take a lot of inner work to not go into separation, or even just to stay together and keep the connection harmonious. You both have also a calling to change the world or to influence people. You'll both either desire to be leaders in growth or social change and reform. Another sign is that you'll have deep attraction, even if there may be different from your usual type or expectations or preference. Another major sign as well is that you'll see that other people will see your magnetic connection as powerful and bright, but you'll also have like a lot of naysayers and haters against the connection because the connection kind of defies traditional relationships. It's unconventional. So if you want to confirm that you are in a twin flame journey, or if you want to confirm whatever journey you're in, if you're in a soulmate journey, in a twin flame journey, or in a karmic journey, I can give you advice and confirm what journey you're in through astrology chart placements and numerology. All I need is the birthday, the name, and the birth time of you and your person, and I can go ahead and confirm that for clarity on your journey. I'm not trying to gain anything from this. I'm just genuinely wanting to give this clarity to the people, because the spiritual industry has monetized the label of twin flame, and it's just important that people understand this role. It's important to understand that the twin flame journey isn't any better than a soulmate journey. In fact, the twin flame journey can be painful, as it reflects the deepest and forgotten aspects of your being. It's important not to dismiss any other relationship because you want to be radical or want to be part of this elite label, but you can choose to be with whomever you want to be. And also, twin flames or a soulmate in general doesn't complete you. Instead, they support you in your personal evolution if it's a if it's a soulmate, and in your spiritual evolution and ascension if it's a twin flame. But no one and nothing completes you. You don't need a twin in your life as a prerequisite to evolve or to feel happy. And something that I'm going to mention, and I know it's going to be controversial, but this is just something that I've come across and I believe it to be true, and I feel that it is true. Because not everyone has a twin flame, but it's not because, one soul is more enlightened or more enhanced. No, it's because in this lifetime, not everyone is meant to assist in human evolution and revolution or human awakening. Some souls are just meant to impact their family, their soul family, socially, but they're not meant to impact on human awakening. It takes souls, like people that are twin flames, it takes souls that have been through a lot of karma in their past life, a lot of spiritual life lessons, development, trainings, lifetimes of pain and wisdom in order to achieve the role of twin flame. That doesn't mean that the twin flame is more powerful than one who has just a role of a soulmate. In fact, the twin flame journey requires a lot of major responsibility to God and divine's plan for human evolution and awakening, meaning twin flames have to go against social norms that can be very uncomfortable for the ego and the self. They have to go against tradition. They have to go against society. They have to go against culture. They have to go against sometimes even their human needs and desires in order to achieve their higher self, so they can do God's and divine's role through themselves. That's why they're sent here as twins, because they're kind of like embodying God's role to awaken humanity. But let me tell you, it's not an easy task to be a twin or a starseed, as it can make you feel overwhelmed with the responsibility in the amplification and enhancement in human consciousness and awakening. It's a soul mission that is magnetic, and it is a love of a lifetime. Yet many people have distorted this idea as it benefits their trauma bond or their ego and greed. However, it's a serious role and a serious soul mission, and should not be used for vanity or lucrativity. It's just super important for you guys to get clarity on which journey you're in order to just have ease of mind, but just to also understand the role that you also play in your own personal journey, in your soul family, and if you are a twin, in the collective awakening and human awakening. One more thing that I'd like to finish off with is that twin flames are usually chosen to be twins, not only because they've been prepared in past lives, but because they also, in the current life that they live, they've been through the gutter. They're individuals that kind of needed to go through certain struggles in order to develop the strength that they developed, in order to remember their task, in order to remember their role in awakening humanity's consciousness and partaking in the journey of human revolution. So, like I said, I'm just here to give you guys clarity. I'm doing this for the bottom of my heart because, frankly, the spiritual community is an amazing community, but they have distorted the term and the label twin flame, and I'm just here to give everyone clarity. But if you would like to achieve clarity about which soul journey you're in, whether you're a twin flame, a soulmate, or a karmic, I'm willing and able to give you clarity. All you have to do is buy a one reading question and provide me your birthday, your time, and the name of you and your person, and I'll be able to achieve and give you the clarity that you need in order for you to attain the answers that you need for your personal journey and your healing journey in this lifetime. I hope this video was helpful, and if you guys want another video on explanations between the twin flame journey, soulmate journey, or the karmic journey, just leave a comment below. If you guys would like a personal Reiki healing or a personal reading, you can go to consciousfultarot.com. Go ahead and check me out on Instagram, and now I'm on TikTok. Stay tuned for upcoming videos. Like, subscribe, comment, and share, and namaste.